So comedy is hard, man. And you got to be brave to say, this is what the fuck I'm going to do, right? Anybody want to do comedy? Come on in. It's not going to hurt you. There it is. He's like, I take my time. Where's my music? I was just fucking with you. Comedy is a hard task to do, and to make the decision to do it is very, very, very bizarre. People look at you weird, family judges you, your friends are like, I don't know, bro. And then you have to keep going because you try it one time. It's like jumping out of a plane, and you're like, I gotta fucking do this again. Yeah, do it again and do it again. He asked me questions when he came in. What should I do? How should I grow? And it's amazing because I look to him for that inspiration. I'm watching you do your thing, and I pattern what I can do possibly through the young guys who are starting out and doing their thing in comedy. For me, watching them grow is comedy in itself. Watching people develop, not funny comedy, but what the word comedy is to me. Ladies and gentlemen, again, we clap everybody to the stage with a lot of love. Start applauding now. Start applauding now. Start applauding now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my dog, Will Goldberg.
Thank you for that, Ryan. Woo. First of all, Happy New Year to everybody. 2025, we made it, right? Oh my God. You know what? I love the month of January because everybody's all happy and motivated, and they doing the New Year, New Me thing. But we know it's the middle of January, so in another week it's going to be same shit, different day, right? Because those resolutions, they fuck everybody up. Because you know good and goddamn well you are not going to do the shit that you said you were going to do. Am I lying? You're not going to do it. And me, I'm sadistic with it. I love it when people get called out for their New Year's resolutions. You know, you at work and you got the people in the break room. They're like, hey, I thought you was going to lose 30 pounds this year. They're like, hold on. Wait a minute now. First of all, I did lose the weight. Now, I did gain it all back, but I did lose the weight. I was drinking water. I was eating 32 calories a day. And when I smiled too hard, I passed out, but I lost the fucking weight. What you need to do this year for your resolution is mind your goddamn business. Oh, man. Well, I tell you, though, 2024 is over, and I'm glad because it seemed like the universe was playing a cruel fucking joke on everybody, you know? And I'm a comedian, so, you know, I get the premise and the setup, but I'm like, where the fuck is the punchline? This shit is not funny at all. 2024 was like that ex that won't leave you alone. You like, damn, 2024 out there again? Fuck. You know I should have got a restraining order. God damn. And 2024, as usual, it's been going on for a minute, was a terrible, terrible year for politics. I mean, because you got to think about it. For half the country, Halloween wasn't October 31st. It was November 5th. I mean, when they announced that Trump had won, I thought they was going to have him come out and they open up the curtains and he was going to be standing there with a fucking Michael Myers mask on. Just standing there staring at everybody. They got that creepy ass John Carpenter piano playing in the background there. You know that dun 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 dun. And he just walk out there looking at everybody, ready to scare the shit out of all the liberals and the Democrats and the LGBTQ community. And 2024 was once again another bad year for these nasty ass celebrities. When are they gonna learn? I mean, you had your Bill Cosby's, your R. Kelly's and all that. That ugly ass dude from them freaking Marvel movies with that dude that played Kang. I don't think they had to put too much makeup on. What was this, Jonathan Majors or whatever? Because that's an old, ugly motherfucker right there. God damn. And then they got P. Diddy nasty. Yeah. P. Diddy. And you know, I'm sure there's some celebrities that get, you know, a charge thrown on them. And it might be a little exaggerated. But I am quite sure that P. Diddy did everything that they said he was doing. In fact, when they arrested him, I think he probably just got done having a freak off. And I'm sure they had to put the cuffs on tight because of all the baby oil in the bottle of fluids. And you know, I'd never heard of the term freak off until he got in trouble for it. And this is some weird shit. Did you guys hear about it? How people were drunk with the alcohol and the Viagra and the Cialis, and they wouldn't let them leave in the room and all that. Just some weird shit. I mean, imagine if somebody was like, hey, sir, you know, Friday night, come on over. What you doing? We gonna have a freak off. And you like, well, you know, if you would have said sex party or gangbang or orgy, I might have gave you, you know, a thought. But a freak off, that's just too goddamn nasty for me. I gotta leave that alone. Because you know it's funny, because in 2025, you know, you don't even have to go to LA, Hollywood to meet a celebrity. All you gotta do is go to prison. You know, they there. Oh man, you know what? No, and this is why I don't want to be famous. I want famous people money, but I don't want to be famous. Because we all know that, you know, if you were to blow up, there's somebody somewhere in your past that is ready to air your ass out on TMZ. You done probably forgot about this person, you forgot they even exist, but they like, you get famous, your ass is mine. And that's exactly why I don't want to be famous, because I'm thinking, if I really blow up with the comedy, somebody will be watching TV one day and they're like, Will Frank. That ain't even his real fucking name, really? Him? That's who you guys chose? That's the next one up? Oh, hell no. I'm going on TMZ. I'm going to air that motherfucker out. And then about a week later, they on TMZ with Harvey Levin, and they got him sitting there on the couch and stuff, and they're like, you know Will Frank? They're like, yeah, I know that motherfucker. I know him. And they're like, well, tell us what happened. The person, you know, trying to tell their story, but their eyes bloodshot red, and they got snot and shit flying out their nose because they've been crying. He's like, well, tell us about the Will Frank. And they're like, you know what? I'm going to tell you. Y'all don't know this motherfucker. I know him. I've known him for years. And they're like, well, tell us about an incident that happened between you two. And they're like, well, tell you this. This is hard for me, but I got to tell y'all what happened. It was third grade. And it was recess, and I was swinging on the swing, just swinging on the swing, having a good time. And then I saw this shadow behind me, and I looked back, and this guy that y'all call Will Frank and all his friends was back there, and he pushed me off the swing. And there I am, I got up, and I got mud and shit all over my face, and all his friends are laughing at me, and he took my spot on the swing. And that's why I'm here, Harvey. He took my spot on the swing. I'm here to take his career. Fuck you, you successful bastard. No, I think that's the only weird thing I've ever got in my history. But one time I actually did something abnormal. Yeah, see, when I was 19, I went in the Air Force, and I stayed there for over 20 years. And I will tell you right now, joining the military is probably the most abnormal thing that a normal person can do. Because you got to think about this. This is one of the few occupations that, you know, they require you to be in top physical condition. Because when you leave, you're going to have a disability. It's crazy. You walk in there good to go, and 3 years later, you're like, from the military. And, you know, the thing is, when I got in, you know, everybody was talking about make sure that you get your stuff ready for the VA. Make sure you got your medical records and document everything for the VA. And I'm young and dumb. I'm like, damn, why does everybody go to Virginia when they get out the military? That traffic has got to be freaking my gosh. But you know, in the military, they like to play little fucked up mind games with you and shit. And that's why veterans, we got this dark sense of humor. We're desensitized to violence, and we probably drink a little bit too much. They'll tell you stuff like, hey, you got an appointment at 8 a.m. So to make sure you're not late, be there at 4 a.m.? Okay, all right. They'll tell us other shit, like they'll be like, hey, put this 60-pound backpack on and walk 8 miles up this incline, and when you get to the top of the hill, wait for additional instructions. Put that on, and you march up there, and when you get to the top of the hill, you know what they say? Turn around and walk the fuck back. And also another thing is the military is one of the few environments where a stranger can basically, you know, talk about your personal appearance, and it's not harassment. You just walking around on base, and you got motherfuckers you've never seen before. It's like, hey, your hat's crooked, your belt's crooked as well. You need to tuck your pants and your boots and everything. So that gives you fucking PTSD. You got people jumping out from behind buildings and crawling out of bushes and shit, ditches, out from under cars. That's my time, y'all. Thank y'all.
Get a little louder. Get a little louder.